Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the world's famous comedy store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony!
Yeah! Fuck yeah, there's a fun energy in here, and I'm loving that. This is exciting. Hi, happy Monday, everybody. Another fun episode. This is episode, what is it, 63?
63, and I could already tell we're going to kick somebody out within the first 7 minutes.
Yeah. Here we are, everybody. You guys excited or what? We have a new sponsor this week, Don Carlos Burritos in La Jolla, California.
Yes, definitely.
Our friend Ryan that's his restaurant, and we are very, very happy to announce our new sponsorship with Don Carlos Burritos.
That's right. Go down there and say you're with Death Squad. Guess what happens? Just imagine what happens when you say you're with Death Squad.
Mm-hmm. And when you say those magic words, you'll get some kind of discount on one of their delicious burritos.
Yep.
A lot of them named after comedians.
Yep. And if you say, you want the Death Squad burrito, it might be one thing. If it's closed and you're behind the place and you ask for a golden pony, it might be something else.
It's true. You ask for the Death Squad, there's going to be barbecue sauce and onion rings in the burrito.
Maybe some coleslaw.
Now, well, that's in the golden pony. The golden pony is coleslaw, lettuce, and spinach, and that's it.
Oh.
So It's very exciting. No, I'm kidding. I would never eat that. But guacamole is amazing. I could eat just guacamole wrapped in a tortilla. Who's with me on that, right? Can we not all agree on guacamole except for the second row, obviously, a very anti-guacamole row. They're staring at me like I think we're in the wrong show. We are not into the guac, but Don Carlos Burritos, big, fat, delicious, hot burrito in La Jolla on Pearl Street. Don Carlos, where the burritos come to you. I just made that slogan up in the moment, guys, and I don't think it's a good one for a burrito. Because why would the burrito come to you? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. It would be, unless the burrito has legs, which you can only find at Don Carlos Burritos, everybody. So I'm very excited to be here. I had a fun weekend in San Jose. We did Kill Tony live at Comic-Con in San Diego.
That was fun.
Since we've been here last, it was a blast. We did it again. So much fun to take the show on the road, and we'll be making more announcements very soon about Kill Tony on the road, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And because we have so much fun doing it. So many fun, loyal listeners. A lot of them came up to me after my show that I did in San Jose. You know, it's getting out of control. So it's really fun.
I think we all got sick. I think the cat pack had a little cat sniffles.
Yeah, somebody had a cold at Comic-Con last Wednesday.
It was Tiffany Haddish.
And Tiffany didn't tell us about this cold that she had.
Yeah.
And we all got the sniffles from it.
And low blood counts, I heard, also.
Who had a low blood count?
I don't know. It was just joking.
Oh, okay. So, guys, it's Monday night. Are you excited or what? Every week we have a new patriot to keep an eye on us, a new head of security. This guy is one of our more popular patriots. He's also the accident-prone producer of the show, our friend and awesome young rising comic. It's Josh Martin, everybody, the Iron Patriot.
I got a big dick. I got a big dick. I got a big dick. I got a big dick.
The only patriot with a full-blown speech impediment. That's why we call him the Patriot.
Well, is that the guy you kicking out?
No. That's his lover.
Oh. I sound better with the speaker box. It sounds much better.
It's true. This is just like your days of being a manager at McDonald's. At least you're getting feedback from something tonight, Josh. You got to look at the positives. You have a set to look forward to later where a mic making some noise would at least... Anyway, Josh, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Feeling good. Trying to stay positive. This mic is too much in my nose.
Well, why don't you turn something down?
I don't know.
Yeah, turn your dick down a little bit. We have the microphone patch always on the crotch of the Patriot, and one of the weird traditions that stuck around for some reason. Of all the things that we took from the original Iron Patriot, we really stuck with the speaker box coming out of the crotch, and I'm happy about that. every Patriot, for some reason, has always had the microphone at mid-level.
Yeah.
So what else is happening, Josh? You were in San Diego with us. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun. I got to do a spot in Thunder Pussy as well.
Are you wearing your glasses underneath the mask right
yes.
now?
I can't
Holy
see
shit.
without them.
Wow. Can you lift up the mask and show the audience what they're dealing with, the man behind the mask? Look at this nerd, everybody. How cute is he?
Let's keep it like that.
Yeah, keep it like that, Josh. It's better like that.
Yeah, let's see your little apples and your
Aw,
plump
look how
little
cute he is, everybody.
lips.
What's funny is that you have the pajamas of an 11-year-old and the face of a 9-year-old. You actually go backwards. Most of the people look too old to be in that costume, whereas Josh is like, is he really in there? Like, it looks like you're standing on a midget comedian right now.
You know, Tony, just stay positive. You don't have to be so negative towards me.
All right, I see the way you're playing it. Fuck yeah. So I'm excited to have you back, Josh.
Doesn't he look like the Campbell's Soup boy up top?
I don't remember the Campbell's Soup boy.
The little kid with his little cheeks and his little face. You don't remember the Campbell's Soup kid?
No, I'm not really that big of a...
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Have you been called Campbell's Soup boy before?
I have not, but I assume he fucks like a goddamn man, so I'm exactly like him.
Oh, well... I think you're the first person to...
No one believes that.
You really spent a moment picturing what the Campbell's boy fucks like, huh?
You know.
The Campbell's boy's probably an old man by now.
Or a woman.
Whoa, twist. Twist in the soup, everybody. Okay. Josh, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
How many times have you been the Patriot? You're one of the few return Patriots.
Like 4 or 5.
Wow. Really?
This is like 4 or 5. I regret it about 3 of the 4 times.
Has it got you any pussy yet?
I like how your voice cracked when you said 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4.
I was just trying not to say the word tree.
You were just snot trying to say the word tree? What does that mean? And you wiped your nose when you said snot. That was really
I'm
weird.
adjusting this mic. The mic is uncomfortable.
Oh. The mic's uncomfortable, huh?
That's not the only thing uncomfortable right now.
He's on fire, everybody. Not really doing much, but we're happy to have you, Josh. I love it. Are you guys ready to meet our guests tonight? I'm so excited about this one, guys. So much fun. Following that heat of Garland and Sinbad, I said, how can you possibly follow 62 years of comedy experience with Sinbad and Garland last week on the show? And I said, let's go for the fucking what's the coolest shit going on right now. And 2 of my funniest pals who, we do stand-up together for years now, every night pretty much everywhere. 2 grinders who I work with everywhere all the time, and I'm so happy that they're here. They are currently 2 of the stars of the NBC's hit show Undateable. Put your hands together for tonight's guests, Brent Morin and Rick Glassman, everybody!
It's raining men! Hallelujah, it's raining men!
It is raining men.
Every specimen!
So many men.
Tall, blonde, Lord and me!
Fuck yeah. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
I want to just real quick say I noticed something that you questioned he didn't answer. He didn't want to say tree because when he says 3, it sounds like tree, I think is what he was saying.
Oh.
Is that right? Is that why you didn't want to say tree? It wasn't just a random tree thing, right?
We have that Jew connection, the 2 of us.
All right.
There you go. Is it a Jew connection thing, you think?
No, I just used to have problems saying my R's, but then I grew up.
Rick, come on.
I did.
I know, but
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is I shouldn't be wearing an Iron Man costume?
No, I'm just
No.
saying it's 3.
Did you say touche?
Yeah.
I think he meant to say tree.
Welcome to the show, guys. So fun to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
man. Yes.
it's great
It's
to
gonna
be
be
here.
a blast. You guys, were you guys just in Montreal this weekend? Am I right about that?
Montreal, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Little
how they talk.
hanging out with the Frenchies, having fun in Canada. We love it up there.
I love
Montreal's
it
one of
there.
the few places I haven't been.
Really?
You guys had a blast, I take
Oh,
it?
it's so fun.
That's the biggest comedy festival,
Mhm.
and you got to do a show with the whole cast.
Were you
right?
gonna sneeze?
No, he's just soaking in the.
Just,
you know?
Montreal
Never
and now the
gets
belly.
old.
Now
I
the
was just
belly?
taking it in.
Oh.
And I also had I just breathed in.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't really think it was a thing.
It was a powerful inhale.
I have.
It was.
Sometimes
like-
I forget to breathe, and I have to make up for it.
You have awake apnea. Sometimes
I think it's just
forget
called
to breathe.
apnea.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Was there any parties that you got to go to that like crazy? Because it seems like it was just nonstop everywhere you go. Comics everywhere, like every bar is comedians.
Yeah, I think
hanging out,
everybody
parties.
pictures that being like a never-ending night, sort of.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right?
It never ended for you. It went
Yeah.
late for me.
Yeah.
It's just everyone wants to buy you drinks, and you want to take
Yeah.
them because it's like, oh, someone wants to give me something. I'll take that.
The few festivals I've
I
done,
take
I
'em.
always end up doing karaoke at some point. Does that ever happen to you guys? You
Not
hang
me.
out with the pro
No.
karaoke crew at
I just get lost with the French.
I ended up singing No Scrubs with Byron Bowers at the South Beach Comedy Fest a few months ago. You know,
Really?
4 in the morning because their bars don't close or something like that. And,
Wow. I would love to see tape.
oh, it was amazing. See, we were sort of pandering because there's a lot of people there, but there was this awesome group of black women, maybe like 12 of them, that sort of just stood out because they were just sitting on the couches while everybody else was sort of like dancing or whatever. And you could tell that it was a lot of just like, white people singing, took the midnight train and all this bullshit. And me and Byron both noticed these girls and we're like, let's fucking break it down and dedicate it to them. Next thing you know, it was a blast. The video would totally make me and Byron new karaoke stars. Our approach on No Scrubs. He was out in the crowd moshing by the end of it, and I was
Moshing with the
Yeah.
12 black girls?
Yeah, and I'm over and
They were on the couch.
I know, but he implied that once they started, it felt like they got up and made things happen.
Oh yeah, totally. The
Yeah.
energy. We took the energy from the back, and everybody else was like, "Holy shit, they're starting a whole new party."
Yeah.
And of course, see, my approach is to up the white about 30-40%,
Sure.
over enunciate the things while Byron's taking the loose repeater role. So
In the race game, that's like you playing the straight man.
right.
Gives him something to like
I
make fun
don't
of.
want no scrubs. A scrub is a guy who
Man,
can't
what the
get
fuck
no
you
love
doing? It's
from
not.
me.
It's want nah. It's not want no. Like he was doing that stuff.
Well, I was reading it, so.
Right. I'm saying like that's the energy he was having towards you, probably.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this dude. And everyone's like, yeah, fuck him because he's the straight guy.
Yeah. There's a bug flying in between us right now. So let's get to it. I can't believe I went on that huge rant about festivals and I turned it into a thing about me singing No Scrubs and it went nowhere.
Well, it's because we kind of paused like some terrible shit happened in Montreal. Like there was
I
just
was
dead
just
silence for 2 minutes, and all I could hear is Josh breathing over there.
That's what I was watching. I was just watching him breathe, looking around. Everywhere time he stands, he looks like he's looking for a place to put his hands, but there's no place to put them, so his face just panics. Like, where do you put your mouth? But
What?
no, that wasn't a sexual thing. It was.
Well, what does it mean?
Well, like hands you could put somewhere, but since there's no place to do, it's like now where do I put my face? And I
you
put
say
a specific
the-
thing on the face.
Then you said the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, you're a loser. I'm just kidding.
I like you, Josh.
I love them.
No,
I
no,
hope
don't.
I hope that suit's
Just
burn
fucking
proof.
throws it right at you.
Yeah, but it's also like superhuman shit that he really does have.
What are you
Guys.
drinking over there? A water daiquiri? What is that?
It's just water.
I mean,
A water daiquiri.
I'm just living that gangster life.
Hell yeah. Hydrated.
Byron would say something funny there.
Yeah, totally.
I like you, Josh.
Oh, thank you.
The water gangster.
I do.
The water gangster, Josh Martin, everybody. Let's get this thing started, shall we?
Hell yeah.
This is Kill Tony, where comedians
Yes.
sign up for the chance to do 1 minute of stage time and then be on a live podcast and talk to our guests and me and Brian. Guys, you know that 60 seconds of stage time is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Come on, really?
It's so
is
quiet.
That, is that what
Yeah.
we're dealing with?
They
wouldn't
It's
hear
out
it.
of-
They'd
it's
run
out of
it.
control. When you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, that's the sound of a kitty that we know. That means you got to wrap it up, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear.
Is that the bear?
No, it's not the bear.
Is that a crow?
That's the bear.
Fucking scared me.
That was a delayed bear for you podcast listeners. I apologize. I could almost hear their headphones hitting the treadmill. So let's get it started, guys. Are you ready for this? It's Kill Tony number 63 with Brent Morin and Rick Glassman. The stars of Undateable. We'll talk more about that as we go on. We'll talk about
On
stuff.
NBC.
We'll talk about stuff. Bow,
Hell
bow,
yeah.
bow. Your first comedian tonight is Kevin Fard, everybody. Here he comes.
We went to the Philly Pizza Company and ordered some hot tea. The waitress said, well, no, we only have it iced.
How's it going? My name is Kevin. Kevin's an Irish name for why is this Persian guy calling himself Kevin? Middle Eastern. I feel like Middle Eastern guys, like, we're creepy enough as is. I don't understand why we have all this excess body hair. It's too much. Look at me. It's too much. I'm so hairy, my dick has back hair. Like, what's the biological purpose of my chest hair falling out of the top of my shirt? It's not for warmth. I'm from the desert. Does it keep me warm? Like, if body hair was for warmth, then shouldn't Eskimos look like Furbies? Like, how about this? Shave my back, give it to an Eskimo, save the environment. All right.
There you go.
It's good for the environment.
Kevin Fard, bringing
Very good.
the thunder.
Hair is it's to protect from the sun. It's not for the warmth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. Got the answer.
Is that true?
How do you know that?
Is that really true?
Oh, Eskimos don't have hair because there's not as much sun. I just deduced that. I'm not actually sure.
It's the best reason I've heard so.
I like
so
being
far.
inside, so that makes a lot of sense. And as another hairy guy, I completely loved your set. I felt like that back hair dick joke was awesome. But have you guys heard that before? Because that just seems
Heard
like
it
one
or
of those.
seen it?
I don't. Oh, you've seen it.
No, I wasn't making a joke. Like, I don't know if you're asking, like, have you heard, like, that exists or that
because
joke?
it seems like I've heard that before, but it might be just because it's so good that I'm just like, wow, that's just amazing.
I've never heard it.
That's
never
pretty.
heard
That's a
it.
great joke,
good.
dude. That's a hilarious joke.
I actually had that a long time ago, and I just
You
fit
just
it in
brought
this
it
joke.
back.
Like,
Nice.
I love that joke.
I want to know more, but now I want to know the actual thing. I want to know the actual science of the body hair. Like, why?
Gotta be. I know. Taller is you do to take so more your body could take in the sun. So and shorter you don't have as much. If you're shorter and you're around cold, you take in heat better because there's not as much to warm up.
That's
why
the big
Eskimos
dick
are low
theory.
and black guys are so tall because of Africa.
that's why they have big dicks is warmer climates. I
But
heard
also,
that on yeah.
like the color of your skin, the darker you are, it for the heat and stuff. Like black people from Africa, they're
You're
dark.
doing
I
your
got
thing,
it.
aren't
No,
you?
I got it. So if you're not dark, then you need some dark shit for the sun and stuff. So you got hair. You got dark hair.
It's the greatest
I heard
TED
it on-
talk I've ever heard. You got dark shit, then you're good. Next up, Bill Gates.
Every time you wipe your ass, how much hair is on the toilet paper?
Oh,
You
also?
know what? You
God.
gotta give it a little trimming. I mean, it gets uncomfortable, especially in the summer.
Yep. Because it's hot.
Yeah.
So how do you trim that?
You get like beard trimmers.
You take a risk.
No, I don't know like beard trimmers. I come
yeah.
from the opposite spectrum of
So
hairiness.
You get it like one of those $12 beard trimmers at like Rite Aid,
Right.
and they work perfectly for your balls and your asshole.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's just a fear you have to get over. Like I used to
No.
start with like Gillettes and stuff,
Oh,
and then
that
one
would
day I
be
put
just- that would be- that would cut your-
That's
that would
worse.
cut.
And then you just get one of those
This.
shavers. I mean, you just have to be
Oh.
careful. Once in a while, you'll nick a little vein here and
Yeah.
there, but it doesn't
Do you use
Jesus
it?
Christ.
Do
Like
you
you said, the
ever-
$12 one. We're not going to spring for the expensive one. Let's
No,
get
$12
What's the expensive
one?
one?
is perfect.
25?
No. You don't need to go. I've done the
figured
research.
it out. That's nice.
The $12 ones work perfectly.
Okay.
Who just said I love it in the ass?
Yeah, that did come out of nowhere.
Oh,
that was
boy.
a female voice too, so that's
Yeah.
extra points.
That's fine.
Normally it's a guy in the back of the room saying that, so I'm excited. Okay, let's get back to this beard trimmer. What's the price that you say you pay for your beard trimmer that you use for your ass?
Well, they're $10 to $12.
Wow.
I can take you to Rite Aid and
That's
you can-
the
oh, you
going
don't
rate
ask
for a beard ass trimmer. I
Yeah.
love it. Now, have you ever gotten, because you probably grow facial hair quickly, have you ever gotten in a little tiff and all of a sudden you need to use your beard trimmer for your face?
I was just going to say that. Sometimes I just do it.
Yeah, I
Same
use
one.
You
I
just
use
go
the same.
for it.
And you can put a little rubbing alcohol on it. It takes away.
Yeah, but
gives
you
a shit?
probably don't every time. You're
Not
probably in a
always.
hurry at that point, trying to get out
it's
the
not.
door.
It's not the rush. Maybe I'm just.
I feel like putting
disgusting.
rubbing alcohol on your pube trimmer that you use on your face would be like the equivalent of washing your hands at home when you take a pee. I'm sure there's some
Yeah,
people that do it.
I agree.
It makes sense, but
Right.
like I don't give a fuck.
Right. Now,
So
would
you
you
do that?
would you use his beard trimmer that he uses on his ass
I
to
wouldn't
shave your
use
beard?
I wouldn't use his beard trimmer that he only uses on his beard on my beard, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. So no.
You wouldn't go beard to beard with this
But
guy.
you would go his ass. You would go your ass to your own beard, right?
I go from my pubic hair to my own beard.
Exactly.
But I do like this with it.
What is
Wait,
that?
what's
I don't know
that?
what that
This
You flick it? Just
Oh, when you tap it.
Ow! 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 Ow!
no, like
There's got to be a better way.
Like a cigar. You tap it like a cigar.
yes.
It's like when the remote control won't work or something.
No,
Like you
it's
just-
no.
He's just really good at it. We're done.
perfect flow of hair going into a trash can.
just get the shit I don't want off.
You like we track and field.
You just get the shit I don't want off, and then you put it on
We
the beard.
track.
What do
and
you
field.
do that over? A sink?
Sink.
or-
Well, I put down a top.
Oh, here we go.
I have two. I have more.
You
if I
have
need
two
them.
towels?
But I have two towels that are in
Total?
the row. No, I have more
No,
than
Rick
two.
is the opposite of the way he's describing himself right now.
You didn't let me finish.
He's like Howard Hughes. Go ahead.
I have extra towels, but I have two that are in the. You know, you have a lot of jeans, but you have two that are in the rotation at a time.
Right.
I have my two that are in the rotation. So I wash it every maybe 5 days. So once I'm ready to wash both of them, I'll take the second one. That's about 2 weeks. I'll trim my pubes every 2 weeks or every month.
Really?
Wow, that's a lot of trimming.
Let me tell you something.
You're like a barber.
It's not that it's that long. It's just that I want to keep it where I want to keep it,
Yeah.
and I want to keep it at about 14 days.
Yeah, because you never know. Like. If
I
a
know.
girl- No, no.
I mean, it's okay if I go a month. I'm just doing the
Rick
laundry.
knows. He's on an NBC show right now.
Once I book the show,
you
I
never know. You might never know,
I
but
don't even
he
know what we're
knows.
talking about now.
But anyway, I shake over. I'm over a towel.
So what happens at 50? What happens if a girl sees you're downstairs after 15 days? That's what
It's
I want
fine.
to know.
After 30 days,
this,
it's fine.
What happens at this cutoff?
Some people don't even do it. I'm not out of control. It's just that I want to keep it high and tight.
I just started when I moved to California. I never did it like in
Hindsight.
Ohio. No one talked about their pubic hair or
I
masturbating
started
or
trimming
anything.
in Ohio, to be
All
honest
right,
with you.
Yeah, it's a
follow-up
California
question
thing.
on
You
that.
guys just
So
started really
do you
roaming?
go off?
Also, but actually, you go ahead.
Do you just ballpark 14 days? Do you have a calendar in your bathroom
I
that you
know.
mark off, or do you like feel for the hair?
No, it has nothing to do with the hair. It has to do with when I'm doing my towel laundry.
Oh, it's all about the towel.
Everything cosmetic has to do with when I do the laundry.
Now,
No.
I buy Proactive every 5 washes.
so when you're doing your beard trimmer on your ass, what's your positioning like? Are you over the sink like
Well,
backwards?
no, the ass is actually
Just outside.
I use one. If you use the ones that are cordless,
Just outside, like he's walking a dog.
Hey, Jerry, how are you? Shaving your ass? Yeah. What?
Dude, outside
Hey,
actually is brilliant. Why don't we
That
do
is.
it outside? Because it's so annoying. Our bathroom looks like it's fucking
embarrassing.
Baldy.
Right.
Think about it.
When the
That's
neighbor-
embarrassing.
When the neighbor comes out and the wind's
Not if
blowing from
society
east to
agrees it's
west.
not
and-
I'm embarrassed just to shake my towel out outside, which I do.
Ah.
Imagine just doing it out there.
We could have shaving. We could have shaving tents. I'm sure we all have a tent we don't use.
I
We
guess
just
if you have a
shave
tent,
it.
then you got to clean it up. Might as well use your bathroom.
I just
throw it
picture
away.
like you walking out with the towel and like you don't even care where you
No.
are, and it's like the community swimming
I shake
pool
my
or whatever.
towel out the same way I do when I'm crossing a busy street. I'll like just
You press the button
I'll check
first?
a couple times. I'll look at my phone and then I'll just do it, and then I run in like I'm scared to fuck cadence. I didn't have it fast enough. Shit.
Cadence.
Play the bear for me.
Play the bear for
Kevin, thank you so much. It was fun chatting.
Kevin.
with
Thank you.
And I've never heard that dick back joke.
That was a great
Yeah,
joke.
keep it going.
It's Kevin Fard, everybody. He's at Kevin Fard. That's F-A-R-D on Twitter.
Got it.
So for you podcast listeners, that
That's
was
nice
Kevin.
that you give the Twitter like that.
Yeah, it's cool. They get
really
feedback
nice.
and just like sometimes there's
Positivity.
people. Yeah, totally. Josh, did you have any
Josh.
questions for
Josh
our
is so
guests?
funny.
Normally, the Patriot asks our guests a question about something. I was wondering if you had anything.
I do have a couple questions. First question for Rick Glassman. You're a very funny comedian. You're an amazing basketball player. Why haven't you gone pro at basketball?
Well, okay. First, what is? Yeah. Thanks. I guess I just love comedy more.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Nobody loves comedy
I love
more
that
than the
that's
NBA.
the answer. Like you could totally go pro. No
could've gone- I
hesitation.
could've-
You know, I just love comedy.
I can't go pro now,
Right. No, I know.
but I could have gone pro.
I believe
Really?
in you, Rick.
You
mean-
think so? What were you like in
Could
high
you go
school?
pro?
That's so
He
fun.
was dunking with glasses on.
Where'd you go to college?
I took them off.
That's so fun. Did you have the strap, or you just?
I have now. I have a strap.
Help!
Oh, that's great.
Help! Where's the ball? Just Scout's like, no, he should do comedy. Did he shave his ass? What's going on with his shorts?
I love that image of the basketball scout writing the word comedy next to his name. Like, this guy's got to get into the arts.
He's just a really good comedy scout.
I love that.
But I am good, right, at basketball?
Yeah.
You are good.
And my second question is for you, Brent. Why are you not as good as Glassman in basketball?
Oh, gee.
That's true.
All right, those are
Actually,
easy
I'm
ones.
more skilled. He's just built taller.
Okay.
I am. Like, if we did a skills challenge, I'd win.
A skills challenge. That just goes to show you that you're not better. Is that you want to play me in a challenge instead of one-on-one.
Look, I could play a one-on-one.
I can't beat him in a game, but if we do a shooting over the backboard game
Let
of
me
pig,
tell you
I
something.
might win.
If you had Shaq versus Chris Paul in a game,
you're
Shaq
not
would
talking
fucking
about-
win.
No, he
but
wouldn't.
Chris Paul's more skilled.
Nope.
Am I right?
No, Chris Paul would beat Shaq.
One-on-one is way different than a game scenario.
Shaq can't
One,
go with Chris Paul.
You
What is
can't
Shaq
even
going to guard him
dribble
at
with
the
your
top of the
fucking
three?
left. You can't even dribble with
Okay,
your
all right.
left.
Do your rapping fingers some
You
more.
do. This is you just
Okay.
Josh, I
just-
blame all of this on you. You
stay the
son
fuck
of a
out of
bitch.
this, Josh.
I love
That's
it.
on
You
me.
could have
Skills
these
challenge.
guys have a
You-
show
you-
on NBC,
Okay.
and
You
you're
know what?
asking them
Yeah,
about
you
their
could
basketball.
spell better than me.
No, I can't.
I thought they were talking about dick size at first.
Just
No,
watch.
his dick is huge.
Oh. Yeah, it's because he's taller. That's what I thought you were
He's
talking
got big
about
hands
the
and
whole
he's got a
time.
big
Because I'm
dick,
closer to the
okay?
sun.
And he shaves his ass. We learning a lot.
No,
about
I
him.
shaved my pubes. I have shaved my ass. I don't shave my ass. Everyone has shaved their ass.
I don't think
And if you
I've ever
haven't, you
shaved
might
my
be a
ass.
redneck.
You've never shaved your ass?
I don't think I don't have to shave my
Brent-
ass.
Brent-
I have a
Trimmed
hairless
it?
ass and back.
Brent has a hairless ass and back.
And I have
Wow.
If you
chest
look at
hair.
breast
You know
chest,
this.
yeah.
So I'm perfect.
We've
We've talked?
yes, we've talked. That's what I was going to say. If you look at Brent, if you cut Brent in half, which I recommend you do, and you were to look at his torso and his legs, you would not put them together. He's got a hairless boy bitch button legs, and a very hairy, manly. Could do a skills challenge well, but not the best basketball player torso.
I'm
my
fucking
God, I
really
love
good.
this.
Rick, you
I
didn't even
love this.
fucking play college.
I did,
That's where you say neither did you, Brent.
but you didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one that didn't. All right.
And I'm still hairy when I shit. My poop has eyelashes.
Oh,
Like,
my
it's-
God. All right. There
My
it is.
dad coming down when my friends are around.
Josh, a few weeks ago, you admitted live on this show that your penis is how big again?
You know.
No, I don't remember
Oh,
exactly.
Jesus.
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
I didn't say 2 inches. Give me some credit.
Wait, hard.
Make eye contact with somebody who's
Yeah, how-
insulting you.
A dick is never small if you make eye contact when you say how big it is.
Screw these hoes.
There you go.
Uh,
By the way,
I did
I'm pretty
five,
sure the
five
number
and a
was 4 for you
Five,
guys.
5 and a
that,
half?
weren't-
No, it's not.
I was underestimating. It's like 5.
Oh, you were underestimating.
On a good day, it's 5
You're the
and a half.
first guy to ever underestimate the size of his penis, by the way.
To say two numbers, it's got to be. It's never the biggest one, or you'd start. You can't say 5, 5 and a half.
What a
If it was
great-
5 and a half, you wouldn't
Handle-
say 5. You'd say 5 and a half, 6. Right? So it's 5.
No.
It's 5 if he
Who's
just
a
trimmed his pubes. with a
Humble
beard
dick
trimmer.
talker. It's quite a characteristic. Oh, you love Josh. He's funny. He's very humble about his dick. He's got a lot.
That's true. It's hard to find.
You could talk it up.
You guys ready for your next comedian?
Brent
or what,
speaks well about my
everybody?
dick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's roll on. Your next comedian goes by the name of Chandler Withnod.
Hell yeah.
Chandler Withnod.
Do you know what that means?
You just got no. It's the. Are you? You're not.
Talking about body hair.
He took the spot. I love it. It's his.
Is he in the room?
It's not in the
I
room.
was in the back.
Yeah, I
so
don't
I'm
really think you can
assuming-
just come up.
Hey,
You're right.
hey,
I think it
start
sets a
the
bad
clock.
example, but
Yeah, 'cause we're gonna have to deal with this for the next 500 episodes.
No,
shit
you
like
could
this
stop.
happening. Yeah.
I like the initiative. I got to be honest. What if it's on
Alright.
me? No, make it on Brent. I mean, like he recognized that person wasn't going to come up,
It's
but
a
didn't
live
sit in
show.
it.
Right.
No, but we have people that don't show up like 5 times an episode.
All right, get the
and
fuck
then
off
they-
the stage.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I vote for him.
Sorry.
what's your Twitter handle?
Chandler with no D.
Well, that's got to be you. Okay. Well,
He did stand up when you said Chandler and then
Well,
sat back down.
you wrote it next to name first of all, and
There
says-
were two
He's
Chandlers.
saying with no D, not with no D. I would have said the same thing as you.
Guys, give it up
But he wrote
for
it on the
Chandler!
I get your mistake.
Chandler.
Once again, give it up for Chandler!
Okay. Chandler, from now on, when somebody says your name, just go on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chandler with no D.
This is my first time on stage tonight, and I'm really nervous because I grew up listening to Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, and that's a lot of pressure. It's not the pressure of living up to their greatness that scares me, though. It's that when those are your biggest influences, there's a pretty good chance you'll get on stage and drop the N-word. That does not go well with this complexion or this accent. When you have a southern accent, people automatically assume you're racist anyway. For example, true story, my wife is half black, and at Christmas one year, we're sitting around eating, having a good time, and out of nowhere, her uncle looks at me and says, "You say nigger a lot, don't you?" And I tried laughing it off, like, get a load of this guy. But I look, and everyone had stopped eating, just waiting on my answer. So I said, "What's a lot?"
Wow, there you go. 50 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Is this really your first time on stage?
It is, yes.
Right now.
Wait,
Wow.
first time tonight?
First time ever.
Tonight is his first time. I thought the
ever.
same thing.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chandler with no D.
I think you're one of the few comedians that said the N-word the first set.
Yeah, definitely.
That was a legitimate concern.
I believe it. I bought into it. I'm on board. I say it all the time.
You were smart enough to say it after you said that you had a half black wife. So,
Right.
I mean, that's,
And I brought her
that's
with me
quite
for
the difference
proof.
maker. Oh, perfect.
For proof.
Hell yeah, there
No
she
one
is.
believes it.
That's blatantly one of the
good.
best first-time sets I've ever seen. What's your actual name? Since you wrote your name next to your Twitter handle and then didn't come up when I read that. What's your name?
Chandler Raper.
Oh, okay. This is
Wait,
you.
There's enough
Yeah.
rape jokes already.
You're going to
without
be
me
a
going
huge
into-
star, Chandler.
Raper with no D.
Welcome to show business.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Where are you from?
Alabama.
Wow.
Nice.
Now, did you know the show coming from Alabama?
No, I didn't. My buddy told me about it the other day, so I've been like listening to the podcast, listening to the feedback that other people have gotten.
Stand
and
up
taking
something
notes,
you've always
and
wanted to do?
It's something that I've been thinking about doing for a while, and I finally just
You live here now.
got the balls to do it. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Nice.
I lived there from 2007 to 2010 and went back to Alabama, and I've been here now since April.
That's awesome, man.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. What did you do? What were you doing in Alabama? And how old are you?
26.
Awesome.
Oh,
and
nice.
what were you doing in Alabama?
Well, I moved back. My wife is from here, and we moved back. We had our daughter there. She's 3 now, so I was just driving a forklift, working at a warehouse.
Man,
That's
you're
so
just
cool.
fucking
This is
the
like a
coolest.
fucking Disney
I
movie.
am
Crazy.
so emotional right now.
It's like a Disney movie right now, but they'll have to take the N-words out.
Yeah.
Chandler.
If this were
How
athletics, it
adorable.
would be a movie, though.
Yeah.
Now it's Chandler. It's not Chandler.
It's not Chandler.
Just driving a forklift,
And your
headphones,
last-
listening to Chris Rock. One day.
That's so fun.
That's
What
great.
made you start tonight?
Well, I actually came last week and saw how it went, and I think this is a good setup with getting constructive criticism and feedback. So it's different than any other open mic. You're just going up, and if people like it or not, because it's a room full of fellow comedians and an open mic, but you actually get feedback here. So I thought this was the time to do it.
I like you so much.
You did great.
Yeah,
I
it's
like you so
unbelievable.
much.
You did great.
Thank
I
you.
really thought you had been doing it for a while, and then
I appreciate that.
I
Thank you.
actually was doing something, and I missed like that one sentence where you said you were married to a black chick, and I was just like, holy shit, this guy is being really racy, and I'm like, and then I started like, oh shit, I'm wearing the wrong shirt for this, and so then
Isn't that
if you-
interesting?
so I just went like this for a while.
You think it's racy if he
Sure.
doesn't say he's married to a half black? Isn't that
Should I
interesting?
just
It's not
leave
the
that
content.
out? Should I just
What?
leave that out? And
What's that?
Oh.
should I just leave out that I'm
No,
married
no,
to a
no,
black
that
chick?
was good.
No. I think that's very cool because at first I was kind of like, but I still liked it. But I would have liked to have known that first. That would have made me more comfortable.
I'm sorry you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, it's funny because he's serious. He's
Yeah, and also,
genuine. He's
like-
very
That's
genuine when he
so
I
says
know
that.
he's
funny.
shaking, but making strong eye
He
contact.
has the- yeah. He has the confidence of a guy that's been doing this a few years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. And you never did any other open mics, or have you ever been on stage for anything like plays or band or anything like that?
I did a couple of plays when I was in high school, and I've done like when I came out here in 07, I did some small like student films.
The craziest part is how close we came to him not coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me remind you.
Listen,
that
I
when
just
welcome,
set,
dude.
I just set this Twitter account up yesterday because I heard you giving people shit for not having one. And
I
so
mean-
I thought,
I mean,
wait a minute.
of
Chandler
course
with
that's
no
how it
D
goes.
is Chandler with Nod.
Right.
Damn, he's the next
How
Roseanne.
freaked out would you have been had there been a guy with the name Chandler with Nod that came up and you're just like, fuck!
I started to
Now I have
just
to
go
change
as Chandler
everything.
because I thought I was going to get shit for my last name. So I would have really been confused if there would happen to
you
be
gotta
two
own,
Chandlers.
you gotta own that shit, brother.
No, you got to change it.
Having a having a last
I'm
name like
rolling with
Raper
it. I'm rolling with
completely matches your crazy Alabama,
I mean,
perspective.
Jews change their last name because it has man at the end. You know, like Glassman, that's racy.
Really?
But,
What
like,
about
this is
Raper,
Raper.
man?
Is that true?
Glassman's racing.
I mean, I'm not changing my name, but I mean, Jews change their name all the time.
Yeah, I'm German. I had to change my name because it was Reich, like Third Reichel. You know, it was just not. I had to change it to Red Band.
It's true.
Yeah.
His last name's Reichel. You have any idea how German that is? That's like fucking insane.
I can't work in this city with Reichel.
It's true. That's why he's Brian Redband.
Yep.
We learned a lot about
Don't
everything
change it.
here
Great-
tonight.
great job, dude.
Thank y'all very much.
Chandler,
Appreciate
amazing
you.
job. Probably one of the best first-time performances I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of those on this show. So please come back again soon, Chandler. And do spots
great.
as often as you can. I mean, having a 3-year-old's, I'm sure, pretty time-consuming. But, yeah, please do.
His wife just said, "Not really," to the 3-year-old being time-consuming.
Oh, perfect. Well, then let him do comedy.
fight in the
Where is he now?
Because he's got natural talent. What, the 3-year-old signed up? What's going on?
What if it did?
Oh, interesting. You guys
Love to
can
see
be
a
some
3-year-old
kind of
get up
like
here,
a
though.
power couple.
How you guys doing tonight? You feel good? Jesus, this 3-year-old's got a deep voice.
Which brings me to a question that I always ask my first-time guests, which is you guys. Is there something that you did when you very first started comedy, maybe your first time, your first week, your first few months? Is there something you did on stage or something that happened that you just can't believe and you didn't know how to handle it, or like something goofy that you just can't believe that you did, that you regretted, or something like that?
If anybody heckled me, I'd have a panic attack. 1. 2, I couldn't hold the microphone here because my hands would shake, so I'd always hold it like this, and then I'd have to pace. I'd have to keep moving around. So I was just like this asshole blue-eyed kid in a polo shirt walking around like a rapper, just shouting nonsense. And people would be like, fuck you, funny. And I would ignore that. Like, oh, this guy really loves himself. He's even ignoring the hecklers. But in reality, I was scared shitless. I couldn't watch a tape. If I set up a tape, I was just going in and out like, you ever fucking know what's going on? Just swearing. It was the worst stuff
so
ever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's blatantly one
That's
of the
why
most...
I'm always impressed when, especially a first-timer, gets up and stands still. That used to be the most impressive thing to me, if you could stand still and talk slowly.
Yeah.
And also, I still haven't figured out how to do a joke in a minute, so that's really impressive.
It was really impressive.
I'm pretty guilty of that same thing. When I first started, a lot of looking down and pacing back and forth. I remember that specifically. It was very hard to lift up and connect. And
0 pauses for me. Just no pauses. Like joke, 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 joke. No, just like suck it in a bit. Give it give that awkward silence a bit even if you want to.
Let them connect to you. It's just you were just shooting.
It's kind of like a timing belt. You have to find your normal timing belt sometimes. Because I find myself even up to this day today, like I'll smoke too much weed or something, go on stage, and I'll be speeding up too fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I sound like I'm on coke or something right now.
Rick, when you started, anything crazy? I mean, I'll let you answer it.
I'm curious what you were going to say.
Well, I was going to say, a lot of people might not know. I was around you a lot when you started here, and you've always taken an incredible amount of risks. I mean, I consider you the closest thing that we have to like a young Andy Kaufman or Sacha Baron Cohen, or like somebody who absolutely goes for it, and it's always something different. And so I know that you can't really regret that, but I mean,
I don't regret any of it. But one thing, and I know from it is, and it's nothing specific. It's forever now included, and will be. A lot of times I have jokes that I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to do it right. I would tell a joke, and it's so funny to me, and I know it is, and I'm doing it, and then I'm not only not getting laughs, I'm getting like, fuck you, you know? Like, no one's heckling me with fuck you. It's like looking at me like that. And then when I got a little bit better, I would have, the only compliments I would get were a couple people come up to me after a show, and they'd say, I got it, and emphasis the I, like, don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, I get what you're doing. It's like, just don't talk to me.
Right.
You know, I get it. I'm not there. So it's
Yeah.
just, I didn't know how to articulate what I was doing.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Not being able to communicate, you know?
Sure, you got a lot of that because it was so, you know, it started with, and I've seen this with so many of the
best
great
comics ever.
comedians. Yeah, it starts in the back of the room and then works its way forward.
Mhm.
You know, Fahim Anwar's another one like that. Who, when you see him on stage, you sort of sit down.
Yeah.
And like, because you sort of don't know what's going to happen. You know, there's a select few that it's more exciting than, you know, like
than Brent or like something.
Well, no, the people that are just trying to refine things all the time. Not to say that you're not. It's just two different types of refining and taking chances. Is letting it rip and going with something completely crazy and in the moment, or trying to make a bit better. Anyway, sometimes things come to a complete halt as far as the comedy part of things. And how about one more time for Chandler, guys? Was that crazy or what? That was insane. He's got that Alabama cadence. You never know when he might say something completely out of control, right? Felt like anything could happen. Your next comedian goes by the name of TJ Blair.
You're rolling the beat, then we'll snuff you around. Bitches even the orders. The time to put around my spot, no thing. Tonight was beyond belief.
TJ Blair with no R.
This guy looks stoned.
Oh, this is the Mormon. Oh, hi, TJ.
Hi. So, good etiquette dictates that a gentleman should open the door for a lady. That tradition comes from a long time ago when doors were dog shit and really hard to open. I feel like it's an even plane for opening doors now. Dating can be hard. This is true. I share the same exact name with a notorious serial killer rapist, and it makes online dating really difficult. I found this out by several Tinder dates telling me the exact same thing. They Googled my name, said they were creeped out by the result. And the serial killer rapist, he dominates the search results because he's the first guy convicted of using DNA evidence. But just in case anyone's fact-checking TJ Blair against that, you won't find that I'm using a fake name on stage today so that this set isn't the second result when girls search my name.
Woo, fuck. All right, shit. All right, TJ, let's talk about it. Now, I think I remember you from, was it last week you got on?
Last week,
With
yeah.
Garland and Sinbad.
Yeah,
and,
that was my first time.
Ever on stage.
Correct.
How many spots have you done in between now and then?
Zero.
Yeah, I could tell.
I liked how you were reading it completely, but you looked up every now and then as if you were giving a speech, and you wanted us to think it was at least extemporaneous. But you said, and then you look up for 4 words, and you didn't have to even look up. It took away. Let it be reading.
You were like Sarah Silverman from the future.
I don't know. That's over my head.
Yeah, well.
I gotta say something. I like the door joke.
I meant, I totally fucked that joke up. Who's Janine Garofalo from the future?
Everyone goes nuts now.
I'll edit that in also.
We get it!
You say we get it.
Yeah. Burn it down! Holy shit, what happened to the belly room? Well, Red Band said this fucking hilarious
And he
joke.
fucked it up, but it still played.
The walls broke down.
I like the doors being really hard to open. That made me laugh for real. I can only imagine with eye contact.
I mean, honestly, dude, you have 1 minute. What I was getting at, I mean, there's people like Janine Garofalo that will sit there with her notebook on a stool or something and look at it sometimes. But it's more just a reminder to the next 15-minute set. You can't just fucking sit there for with 1 minute and go, I don't have 1 minute's worth of material, so I'm just going to hold my phone and block my face with it and just scroll. You can't do that.
He's done it
man.
twice. I think as long as he gets up, if that's what he needs to do for a little bit.
Maybe, but
if you have 1 minute, though, you can't
know.
remember
I'm
one
working for you,
idea.
man.
I meant it as a plan B, but last week I blanked on stage when Jeff Garland asked me a question. So
you read your.
But he got back on the horse.
So I brought
but didn't
crutches
watch where
this
he was
time.
riding.
Nice.
Right.
It's okay.
Well, you could be maybe you could be the first comedian with like an iPhone sponsorship and just fucking come out and just fucking read everything, just giving the logo.
Josh, have anything to say? It looked like you were.
Josh left. He just got back.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to go save someone.
You know it's bad when Josh walks away from the entire show. I don't even really have to pee, but I'm gonna go try to push one out anyway.
You walk 20% of the hosts.
I feel good about not being there for the set.
Oh, I thought positivity was your thing.
Positivity.
Once people aren't against you, you'll fight, huh?
You know it.
Now,
What the fuck?
TJ, first of all, I want to tell you that I love your work in Varsity Blues. It was awesome, and you play
You're a
college
handsome
quarterback
man, dude.
so
It's
well.
gonna- People will give you
Definitely.
shit.
Yeah,
Now,
look good, dude.
You're a converted. You're not Mormon anymore, but you came from a Mormon family and a heavy Mormon upbringing, right? Is that what we talked about
Correct.
last week?
Yeah. that
Oh,
was
really?
last- Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so now you live in LA,
Correct.
and you want to start stand-up comedy.
Not particularly as a career, just like to make people laugh.
Well,
I mean,
but,
not
but
like
those
a-
that do it for a career, what do they do it for?
Money.
Really?
Was that?
No, it seemed like a good challenge. You listen. I'm a fan of stand-up comedy, and you always think
Yeah.
you can do it.
Is that a real thing? Do you not want to say you want to do it for a career because you feel like you don't want to put too much on the lines for people to like for him to make fun of you or something? Or do you really don't want to do it?
No. Yeah, I've thought about it. At this stage where I know I'm not oblivious to the grind that you have to go through.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying.
What do you
to
do
make,
for work?
Photographer and wannabe entrepreneur. Just trying to make websites.
So there's
and
three
stuff.
things that are grinds.
Right. So
That's
I
good.
don't know.
Stand-up
Two,
comedy is like
two
the
of those are
best-
hot guy jobs, by the way.
Yeah, but stand-up comedy.
Photographer and entrepreneur.
Stand-up
right.
comedy is the best job.
You get a lot of
ever,
pussy?
right?
Sorry.
Would you say stand-up is the best job?
Now that I could eat because of it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when somebody puts entrepreneur as its competitor, it's sort of tough. I
And
don't-
also, if entrepreneur isn't first, how hard are you knocking on doors?
right.
How hard are you?
Oh, not very hard.
Okay. So you don't want to be entrepreneur for a career either. Just something that you want to make people laugh at.
No, stress-free living. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I'm in.
Is entrepreneurial like a referral code for stamps.com or is that like
No.
What if you just beat the shit out of one of us?
So
Yeah, I'm gonna panic. I can't lose to that.
supplements online.
I would
on it.
All right, so it is.
How much is he worth? Millions and
Oh,
millions of
he
dollars.
He look rich as shit.
No, I live on a sailboat and I'm almost homeless.
So rich.
You live on a sailboat?
Yeah.
Another hot guy thing to say.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I'm an entrepreneur. I live on a boat. I'm homeless, but it's like I know the chick who owns it. Her
not a
husband's
good
rich.
Did you know chicks just hate going back to a sailboat? I mean, it's just the worst.
Do you have? Is the sailboat? Does it have a covered spot like you could go under and sleep, or is it just like I'm picturing a canoe with a sail?
No, it's
Or is
like,
it-
it's like
It's
a,
legit, like
I
fucking
sleep on a
Kurt Russell
kayak.
sailboat.
You have like a boat, like you have a bed, you have a refrigerator, and somewhere to shit and stuff.
yeah, 30-foot boat. It's got a
Who's-
little, like
who's
You're
on
homeless with a 30-foot boat.
He's an entrepreneur.
No, it's the 1970 boat. It costs $2,000. It's not. Plush.
I want a 30-foot boat for $2,000.
There's Craigslist,
Fuck it, Brent.
man.
Get a bigger one, man.
Yeah. How big?
40 feet.
How much is a 40-foot?
That would then be 2,500.
Yeah, roundabouts. Oh,
That's a lot of money. 10 grand for a 40-foot boat?
You spent 10 grand on Uber this month.
No, come on. That's not true. Good joke, though. It's solid.
Uber's fun. I love
Hey, if
it.
you guys are going to yell anything out, which I'm not saying do, I don't know the format, but at least let us hear. Otherwise, you're just
No,
room tone.
the problem is that he sits onto me, and then we fucking talked. He was still saying something.
on
to me.
us.
So it's $10,000 for a sailboat. For a 40-foot boat. Of course you
All right,
do.
now we
You
can
look
hear
like a
this on the
pirate. You look
podcast.
awesome.
Pi had
man.
a free boat.
I want a boat.
TJ.
can I make my jokes better?
What's that?
I mean, so cute.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What'd you say?
The jokes. How can I make those better?
I'll tell you exactly how. You have to be able to. The fact that you blanked out with Jeff Garland last week can't put you farther in a bubble. You have to use it as a lesson in going harder. Looking at your phone and falling back on notes is not going to take you to the next level. That's taking you back a level than you were even at last week when you weren't reading your minute off of a phone.
You could get used to blanking, too.
You'll have more time to work on your timing and your connection with the crowd if you're not staring at your phone the entire time. So the jokes can't even begin work until...
That comes with
there's,
repetition, too.
Some comics I know when they're doing their set and their wife's about to go through labor will have them to stare at their phone as they do their set in case the wife calls. And they're
You
gonna
are
answer,
so
and then go
happy
check for the
with that
labor.
detail. Get it? All right.
I don't.
Why did I jump on board of that bomb? I could have
You're
let
a
you
good
sit in
friend.
that shit, but then I said, you know what? You're not going down alone. I get the bit. If somebody's telling a joke and their wife's in labor, they'd be like, oh, fuck, and then
Right.
blank because their wife's in labor. That was the bit. It's not necessarily funny, but it makes sense to what he just fucking did. Hand shaking, looking at the phone, panic, get back to the boat, get the suitcase for the wife, get back to the hospital, figure it out. Thank you for the golf clap.
And the other thing is that you can do this as a hobby, but
Thanks.
you can't expect to just, you can't expect, if you're doing it for laughter and not as a career, it's not going well either.
Yeah.
Like, so...
It's a difference between an actor and a comedian. A comedian goes on stage every day, takes those ideas, works them out on stage, figures them out, fine-tunes them. But you're going up, at the beginning, you should be going up at least twice a night for at least 5 nights a week.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
you don't
Even-
have that, then you're just always going to become... You're
Just
never
an
gonna get-
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
The two people that have a regular spot here every week at the end of the show go and do spots every night at other places and, work hard at it. It's not just something you can dabble in. You have to go all the way or,
I also would say a good piece of advice, and this goes for any aspiring comedian, is flush out that door bit. I'm into that. Talk more about the weird doors.
Rick loves that shit.
I love that door joke. I never got it. I don't get why we have to hold doors. I think it's insulting to hold a door open for someone saying you can't do this.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. You don't brush their teeth or anything.
Rick just took that
And
bit.
another thing. Oh, shit.
TJ, thank you so much.
Thank
TJ
you.
Blair.
Yeah.
There he goes.
You get the pregnancy thing now.
Josh, what'd you think of TJ Blair? A few weeks ago, he was a Mormon. It's true.
Here it comes.
Still better than me.
Josh.
There you go.
Josh.
Self-deprecate. He's the
Josh, you're
self-
good. You made me laugh when I saw you perform.
But they laughed harder at me being self-deprecating. So
Oh, you do it for them.
I do,
Oh,
I do
he
it,
does it for the laughter, not
You
for
are
a
a real
career.
hero.
do it for the puss,
You do it for the puss. How the fuck
like
do
the
you
Mark
do that?
Cuban
How
of
do you
comedy.
get everybody on your side and then just go the other way? You're like a child actor who just started fucking swearing during a live taping of something. Oh, well,
How's that going?
Figure that out, Brett.
How's doing it for the puss going for you, Josh?
just pull a goddamn name up.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Now, you podcast listeners can't see Josh smiling right now, apologetically.
Just
like,
pull
I
out
can't
a fucking
believe I
tree.
just fucking said that. So I just want to let you listeners know that that's exactly what's going on, this little motherfucker. Put your hands together for your next comedian. I will listen to him, though. Your next comic is Timothy Cash. Oh, here he comes from deep in the
Started the
balcony.
applaud.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Price
He's
is
excited.
He's applauded with everyone else. And then
He got up.
he just matches energy.
This fucking song would get me
fan.
amped to do a minute right now.
Right. So I just got a smart car. Already had a smartphone. I eat smart food. I drink smart water. I'm a fucking genius. Imagine if I still had my wisdom teeth. That was a smart joke. Am I racist if I think Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Butterworth look the same? Just found out I have a cavity. Unfortunately, I learned it while I was at the airport and it was getting searched. I think everybody with one leg should eat for free at IHOP. I got a buddy who lost his leg from the knee down. He should at least get half off. cat and a bear walking to a gay bar. The cat says. So the bear reaches over the bartender, grabs him, and says,
I see. I think we see what
I knew what he was doing.
half attempts on all
I
parts
had
there,
no
but when
idea.
you but when you do it,
tell me when you want to play. You got
You nail
also-
everybody like on the 58
it
seconds.
also doesn't
No,
work
I
when
know.
you do it at the 49-second mark.
that
Timothy.
fast?
Hey, and also because sometimes I don't do a minute. If
I
you
know.
are
If
really
you like
kicking
it, I
ass,
know.
I've even gone up to like a minute 18 seconds
I know.
before. Don't worry about
I was
what I'm
counting on you.
doing.
Yeah, and also don't worry, you weren't kicking that much ass that
I
we
know.
would have let you do a minute 18.
That's
but
what I
to
figured.
bail on 49, but it was
I didn't
great.
know-
You have amazing jokes.
Nah, I
I'm
said
just
it too
kidding.
That was
That
good,
was actually
man.
great work.
Yeah.
Said it fast.
Those things.
IHOP was
really
good.
good.
Aunt
Aunt Jemima bit
Jemima,
good.
Mrs. Butterworth. I mean, that's sort of something that I think I've thought about, like, and which is always like the funniest joke when you hear somebody say something that you've sort of thought of, and
That's
you know,
brilliant.
That one and the IHOP, I was actually thinking, I was like, man, maybe was I stoned? And I heard someone else say that, like,
Well, we'll
almost,
figure
like,
it
like
out.
that IHOP just seemed too hilarious. Like, I was like, that's just ridiculously obvious.
They do look a lot alike, though.
Seriously.
that is.
I don't think that's racist. They do look alike. If you said, is it racist if I think Aunt Jemima and LeBron James look alike?
I think that'd be a great tag.
And do you
Like,
think Uncle
you could
Ben
do
was
both
fucking Aunt Jemima?
right after that.
I also think that
Yeah.
every black person looks alike.
What?
No, I'm saying as a
He's
tag.
saying it's the third.
Yeah. You say this, and then you say that, and then, you fucking get on board.
Right. Fuck yeah, Timothy. So, how long you been doing stand-up?
Probably done it like 20 times.
Wow, that's
I was
it?
I was in Kansas City, like doing it like for like about 6 months. I go up every Monday night. It's one of those things where you just call, and it's just like downstairs. The whole crowd is just comedians. That's it. So you drive like 35 minutes to do it, and I was just like, fuck it. It's like I'll go like California.
You should be doing it all the time because you're going to grow into an amazing comedian, man. Because that was fucking really good for 20
I think
times.
if
Seriously.
if I just do it consistently.
No, you're a great writer. I mean, if you wrote those were awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Fun jokes. What was the first one?
First one was the smart car.
Yeah.
And see that too, like the smart car, the smartphone, smart food, and smart water. I was like, that's got to. Somebody had to have said that before.
What's smart food?
They always. I was gonna say
Kale.
smart chicken, but in Kansas, there's like
What's
smart
smart chicken?
I don't know if they have that out here. There's smart chicken that's like completely like organic, blah blah blah. But they always also say like this is like a superfood or shit like that, So I just said smart
Brain
food
food.
and smart water, and it was a smart joke. The only thing that's funny though, you always see dumb
Smart
people drinking
water.
smart water.
Smart food might throw somebody. If you get that and then say that.
'Cause everything is a
wisdom
thing.
Teeth. Yeah.
Smarties. You got to throw
Smarties
Smarties
is a
in the
thing.
mix.
I even eat Smarties. Hell, I even have my wisdom teeth.
maybe you could get a
And Smart and Final.
What else is
Yeah,
there?
smart and final. Just
Yeah.
that's everywhere, right?
Just beat it
Yeah.
to shreds.
You could get a drink at the Genius Bar.
What's smart and final?
Can you?
Smart and final's a grocery store.
You can.
Can you get a drink at the Genius Bar? Take an iPad and a beer? Yeah. This fucking place is great. I love the Grove.
I mean, if you had smart in front of food, you could just add smart in front of anything, though.
Why only?
Have a smart shirt.
That's all they do nowadays. I mean, the
Or
smart shoes.
Smart shoes.
Fucked a smart girl.
What?
I got a smart puppy.
Why have you only done it 20 times, Timothy? What do you do for fun? What do you do for work?
I wait tables.
Where
A
at?
place out near like Playa del Rey.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm living in a camper.
Smart camper.
That's awesome.
Smart camper.
So it's easy to.
That's right. Now I
It's
remember.
easy to crash out there.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah! I love the types of homes that our
Yeah,
comedians
jeez.
tonight have had.
This goes to
Hang
show
out with the
you
dude in
that
the
it's
boat.
tough.
A trailer.
Yeah, well,
we've
both
had
of them
a
have
trailer,
great views.
A boat and a hot air balloon. I do
want to
believe.
live in a trailer. I think that sounds like the best idea.
You'd be surprised how easy that could be. You could do that.
No, like imagine
was- it
just
was-
like having like one of those silver ones and just going like, you know what? I'm gonna live in San Diego for a couple weeks. You can just drive.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
San
get a
Diego.
like. I guess I could get like a
Forget
trailer
what,
like
like
a dressing room.
A Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon one I'm in.
Yeah, I'm talking about the silver ones. Like, all you need is office, kitchen, bedroom, and maybe like a living room in your.
That's a lot in one
That's
trailer.
a lot for a car.
Yeah, but the silver one you got to pull behind. You want one that you can drive. One
Yeah.
that you can drive is all. You just pull it right into a parking spot. And you're
Right.
good.
Smart spot.
Yeah, smart spot.
Smart spot. Like a camp. Yeah, that's cool. Do you
You
poop
just
inside
have
your trailer?
Smart
That's what I mean. You
I
got to
I
start
have
the
like
food.
the
So you gotta
smallest
start the
camper you
thing.
could imagine. Like everybody's like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome." Like, no, dude, it's not like a big camper. Like I'm 6'4", maybe
Smart
like
6'4".
6'3". My camper's about 6 foot, so I can't even stand up tall in my camper, and the air conditioning unit like hits my head.
Oh,
so,
smart
like,
head.
It's not awesome.
Well, what,
like it was a cool
you know it's bad when Josh is laughing out loud at you. By the way, he's just cracking up at the thought that you
have to include the Pontiac vibe in the
right.
What?
The only
What?
person I know that slept in a Pontiac vibe for the last couple years is laughing at your living situation.
I'm still living in the Pontiac vibe.
Still
That's right,
living in
I
a
hit it with
Pontiac
bed bugs.
vibe, but he's laughing at
Smart bugs.
At
picturing.
least I don't have bed bugs.
At least he's tall enough to stand up straight in his Pontiac vibe.
But no, it does have.
That's
it
good.
actually has.
Tony,
a
I'll
shower.
give you credit for
short.
that.
It
has a shower and a
Tall
toilet.
language.
The
has
call's
it.
kind of good too.
We're talking.
The only reason I was able to like leave Kansas City and go in it was because it has a shower in the toilet. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I was like, I can take it. Instead of just going camping, I was like, I can live in this for like a couple years. Worst case scenario. But without the shower or the bathroom, no way. Because I'm not gonna be one of those guys that does it in like a public restroom, like bathing, you know.
No, you don't have to do that. You just need diapers and a water bottle. It's a lot cheaper than buying one that has a shower in it. You get a better one.
No, it just. I mean, I just already had the camper, and I was like, fuck it, I'm getting the hell out of Kansas City. But it's funny because the shower is like. It's like this tall, and the toilet is in the shower.
Did you have
So
to
I
drive?
Wait a
I had to
second.
sit in the
Are you
shower.
are you just
You
are
get
sh-
to sit in the shower.
Are you
You don't
sure
have
you're
to
not
sit in the
just-
shower. That's a privilege. It's a smart shower.
It actually is awesome. It's like surprisingly awesome because you're just sitting there and then
Now-
you're like, yeah, I
There's
kind
nothing
of like
surprising
shit.
about
And
that.
then
If I
you
could take a shit in my
And
shower.
then you take the little shower thing and make it a bidet, and you're like, this is actually not that bad.
Now
I feel like
say-
neither one of us are listening to the other one.
Did you have to drive the camper here?
Yes, I did.
Man, where do you park that?
Smart
Luckily,
spot.
it's one of those things where it sucks because it's so small, but it's such a small camper, it can fit in any regular parking spot.
Oh,
So I'm
my
good.
God.
I'm
Are
good
you
with-
just here to sell campers?
Smart approach.
Now, describe this toilet in the shower for me, real quick, because that's
Just picture
something.
everything you need.
So,
That sounds awesome.
What is the toilet? What
It's like a little plastic toilet. It's in there, and
in the shower?
it's inside the shower. Like I
Is it all one drain? Like, what's going on here?
Like the toilet. Horrible. When you go in the toilet, it just collects, and then you have to hit a switch that makes it drop down into the actual tank. And every once in a while, I'm terrified that I'm gonna have like too much coming out of me that's gonna pile up.
Oh, like a stalagmite.
I'm always afraid.
Is it like an
of-
airplane?
It never happens.
Toilet?
It's,
Or is it like a smart toilet?
does an airplane toilet collect?
Yeah, it collects and then you let it go. I've
right.
never shit in an
I
airplane.
guess it's like
Actually, I've never
that,
shit
but
in an
I
airplane.
still think it's pretty shallow. Every once in a while, I'm worried it's gonna touch me.
Can't you just flush it as you're going?
No, because if you hold the thing open, then what
It
it does
sucks
is
you
it
out.
runs the water. It's like through the thing, and the water that I have for that goes for my shower, and I've only got like 15 gallons, and that.
So you have to fill it up all the time.
I have to stretch.
Where do
that.
you get
I try
the water?
To stretch that like 2 weeks. There's a place out there. You go pay $10 and dump your shit, and then
Oh
get new
my
water.
God! Somebody works at that place. Like, I mean that.
Here's your water. Give me your shit. Oh, what voice was that, Rick? Jesus.
Whose voice was that?
Literally,
Here's
the
your water.
shittiest
Here's your
job.
shit.
And they always ask for my
Shit
ID.
water here.
They always want my ID and my
He's
license
barking.
plate number.
I need your ID and license.
And DNA.
Do you ever like oh shit, I have an emergency drop off I need to make. I want to take a shower and there's poop everywhere and you just have to drop it off in somebody's trash can. Have you ever done like an emergency drop off
Right.
somewhere?
You ever do the
Yeah.
old one in the tank, two in the stank? High five, alley-oop.
Smart joke.
Thank you. By the way, every time the magical word of the day was smart, and we just raised $7,000 for children.
For children.
For starving.
Smart
Yeah,
children,
yeah,
Josh
we,
said.
yeah. They were
Oh,
doing-
I like
fuck,
that,
What's
Josh.
it called? What do you get when you go to college and someone pays for it if you're smart?
A scholarship.
Yeah.
Boom. Timothy, thank you so much. Fun
Thank you,
times.
man.
Timothy Cash,
Good
everybody.
jokes.
I like your smart chain.
Fuck yeah.
Josh,
Get
that was a
another
good
person.
ad. That was a good ad. You said it quietly though. Fuck. Nobody
yeah.
knows what we're talking about.
You think we can get two more?
The smart kids
Maybe.
thing. Let's raise 7,000 children for children. You said smart children. Like, you know.
Yeah, but I set it up, man.
Yeah, you set it up. He called it back.
Smart.
You kind of. Fuck, Josh!
This is what good basketball players do. They set up each other.
Thank you.
We're always very happy when we see this name in the pile. Put your hands together for the great Katie Manzella, everybody. Katie Manzella.
Hey, I wasn't expecting that. How is everyone? Good, okay. So I was just like reminiscing about, my childhood a little bit earlier and all the games I used to like to play. And one of my favorite games I used to play used to be called, is this morning sickness or is this alcohol poisoning? And luckily it was always alcohol poisoning. Except for this one time. And so I just did the responsible thing, and I got high on acid all weekend. And I was just like, whoops, where'd my baby go? No, I know where it went. It went to Jesus' abortion daycare in heaven, because they can't take care of themselves up there, But it's like, I don't understand why people say don't do drugs while you're pregnant, because as far as I'm concerned, it's the best way to get rid of a baby, Why would I, does that mean I'm done?
Yeah, that's a minute.
That was a minute?
Katie Manzella just
God.
killed for a minute, everybody. That was so fun.
Linear time, guys, linear time.
I love your style.
I was going to say, I like your cadence.
Your cadence is unbelievably cool and so refined.
Thank you.
I bet you've been doing a lot of spots. I bet you've been doing a lot of comedy. I'm guessing.
I mean,
I haven't seen you in a couple
definitely
months.
paid my dues. I used to do it a lot, but lately I go up when I can. But I hate to say that, but I feel like when you just come up and this is what you were born to do, you fucking do it.
Damn. Okay. I love that you're giving your Emmy acceptance speech right now.
Sorry, I'm in a good mood.
I have a question, and maybe I'm wrong. I was apparently wrong about the hair, although I don't think I am. But doing drugs doesn't just make the baby disappear. It just fucks it up when it's born, right?
I mean,
you can't smoke pot and then the baby just falls out in the smart toilet.
I don't think pot would fuck with a baby. I think that's absolutely false.
Right.
But what about the acid?
I think your baby would just be born really high and happy. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying you just said that doing the drugs made the baby go away. I was just wondering, is that a thing?
Yeah, you can totally, if you telepathically communicate to the soul who wants to enter your vessel while tripping on psychedelics, anything is possible.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Duh.
Powerful Katie Manzella. I love your style. You're just so confident and you're peaceful.
I will say I like your cadence on stage, and I'm happy it's the same when you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I'm sometimes
Yeah.
when somebody does something, gets off hey, where are we going? And it's
Right.
fucking, that's not you up there.
Yeah.
That's you. I like that.
Totally yourself.
Exactly.
This is me. Well, thanks for having me. That was fun.
Bye.
What do you keep in your pouch? What's on your necklace?
Oh, this is a crystal.
You're so funny.
Baby gave it to her before she left. Here you go, mother. I'm going to Gondolon now.
Daycare.
Exactly.
The great Katie Manzella, everybody. There she goes.
Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Katie Manzella on Twitter.
I didn't see it. It's cut off there. Okay, put your hands together for your next comedian. It's Sarah Kenny, everybody.
So did you know that women who wear high-heeled shoes are actually twice as likely to have children as women who don't, who are in their same socioeconomic group? And it's partly because they look better, but it's mostly because they can't get away. I was at a gas station and I saw for sale this air freshener shaped like a marijuana leaf, and it smelled like marijuana. And I was like, finally, I can get all of that incriminating odor without the annoying euphoria that normally goes along with it. So did you ever get an abortion? And then you run into the guy that had knocked you up, and he's got a baby with him, and it looks a lot like you. So for a second, you're like, oh, he kept it. Wait a minute.
Fuck yeah, that's exactly a minute. Sarah Kenny.
Nice.
Awesome. What was that second joke? What was it again? It was
The air freshener?
Yeah,
the
that's
marijuana.
amazing. That's hilarious.
Thank
a
you.
great joke.
I like that you
fun.
smile on stage.
Brent, you're just flirting with everyone.
No,
huh?
I'm just saying in general, it's nice to, you know, especially if you're going
I
to
like
talk
that
about
fucking
certain
smile,
things like
yeah.
abortion if you have a positive attitude.
You gotta be smiling when you talk about abortion.
Yeah, because if you frown, then maybe you have feelings. I always laugh when I kill something. Otherwise, why am I killing it?
Exactly.
Did you guys ever kill an animal when you were a kid?
Especially a bird.
Did you ever?
Wait, hold on. Why especially a bird?
We had a weird thing happen the other night. Just
That's why-
answer the question.
yeah, that's
Well,
why-
yeah,
with all the
what's
birds
what's
now.
the craziest thing you ever killed
A
when you were a kid?
bobcat. It was a standoff when I was 5 at the bus stop.
You choke it out.
I was like, "We're doing this!"
The old mountain
Yeah.
choke out.
Beat the shit out of him with a JanSport backpack, and then went to school.
I love it.
I was sad
No,
about
but
that.
have you guys
Closest
ever
thing
killed
is
a
my
bird?
father closing the garage and it killing Hershey, my cat.
Whoa.
But that's on my dad.
It was a very
Wait, you
slow.
killed
Cat
your
couldn't get out of
cat?
the way. How fast that that
It
garage
was,
closed?
It was 2 doors down. No, it was 2 doors down. It wasn't like a Star Wars door. It just thought it could make it. It said I could make it.
Slowly. It's a garage door.
No,
Don't
but
they
it's 2 doors.
do-
I don't know, man. Maybe
What's
my
2
dad
doors
did it on
down?
purpose.
What do you mean 2 doors? Oh,
Two,
he started
two
walking.
doors down is
I mean-
a 3 doors down cover band.
Yeah, smart.
Smart cover
It was like you know like 500 feet away or something. My dad closed the garage.
It's just a spoiled cat. He's like, I don't need to rush. Oh no.
Oh.
Wait, I missed it. Cat was under the door when the door came down?
Where were you?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, that's why I want to know what 2 doors down means.
That's a band.
No, man, it was 2 doors down. Like
Why would I be
like 2
confused?
houses down. Next door. It was 2 doors.
Oh, it
3
tried
doors.
to run in, and it just was perfect timing.
Or horrible timing. I don't know. It depends on the cup is half killing him.
All right. Oh my God.
Were you there? Were you around for that?
I was at home and my dad told me, and I was crying. I was so attached to that cat.
How old were you?
Did poop
This
come
was
out of
last
his
week?
butt?
10.
Okay.
And I have I used to keep a photo book, and I had a picture of Hershey, and I put a heart around it and stuff. And I remember I went to school the next day, and on the bus, I didn't want to talk about it because I feel like you're not supposed to put your problems on other people. But I acted sadder than I was really sad, but I really telegraphed my sadness, waiting for someone to say, "What's the matter?"
Yeah.
And
Like
then
a girl,
Justin
like a
asked-
girl you like on the bus or something.
Hershey.
Just a friend. I
Did
need
you
like,
say
what's the matter?
telegraphed my sadness? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's like, you know, you
Woody,
put
Woody,
it on
Woody.
a little bit more so somebody notices. Like,
I'm talking about my
hey,
cat, miss.
Barbara.
So
you know
I
what
know.
I mean?
Well, I never heard that phrase.
Hershey got the name, I'm guessing, because it was
No.
what, dark brown?
black.
Black.
Yeah, we couldn't tell the difference.
When the garage door came down,
It
I did
squished
like
his head.
shit,
No,
like
it's-
all
no.
out of his ass.
No, we
Oh,
didn't name it after it died, man.
Oh.
This
Yeah,
is how
you're
it
right.
died. We'll
No.
call it Hershey.
Hey, we
What's
gotta move
crazy is that after it's flattened by the garage door, it probably looked like a Hershey bar,
Yeah,
right?
you should have seen my dog. Actually, we named Decapitated Head.
Nice.
Sarah
nice.
Kennedy, everybody,
Brent's dog
there she
drowned in the
goes.
pool.
That's
sorry.
Henry
Rick.
Comedy
You're right. Indeed.
and a bunch of
Get
birds.
off.
Bunch
Get
of
off.
birds.
Hey, Josh. What's the craziest animal you ever killed?
Not the craziest thing you did, but the animal that was the craziest.
I shot a deer once.
Really?
Hunting or just like
hunting.
mad?
No, hunting.
With like one of those blow arrows?
You go hunting?
No, like a gun. I did it once. I killed something.
With
and I'm
like
oh,
a gun or with a gun? Was it a fucking
Like a
super
gun.
soaker or how did you kill this deer?
It was a rifle.
You
Did you
drowned
kill it in one hit?
Yes.
Were you wearing that outfit?
Did you feel bad or get excited?
Nothing.
Oh, you
just
felt
like
nothing?
this? You were just this?
It's like the end of...
I didn't really want to do it.
Wait a minute, you were peer pressured into murder?
He was deer pressured.
Smart.
Thank you.
He was deer pressured.
He was pressured by another deer. Do it!
Not only did you not
Kill my brother!
Not only did you not want to kill the deer, which you did with a shotgun in one hit, you didn't even feel anything after?
I was like 14.
I thought you were going to say 4.
As a special treat to the crowd, just doing a minute and getting no talking feedback, I want to bring up a very funny friend who every once in a while graces us with his presence. One of my favorite comedians. Put your hands together for the great Matt Devlin, everybody.
Escribo nuevamente. No me ha contestado.
Thank you very
Pensaba
much.
que era-
Chandler, well played, dude. Sorry about Neely. All right, we've learned a lot tonight. Start the clock. This is, I said we learned a lot tonight. Start the clock. It's the only night I need feedback. My name's Matt Devlin. I currently reside in a quaint little seaside community called Venice. You've heard of it. 99% of the population is no longer able to defecate without having a smartphone at the tip of their arm. So you very obviously are aware that a guy was struck by lightning and killed there yesterday. My downstairs neighbor is clearly in the 1% of the population because I bumped into him this morning and I said, "Did you hear what happened on the beach?" And he said, "No, what happened?" And I said, "Guy got struck by lightning and died." And he said, "Wow, that's terrible." He goes, "The only thing worse than that would be getting hit by a plane." I said, "Well, that's funny because at approximately the exact same time on the other side of the country in Venice, Florida, a guy got hit by a plane and was killed. You can look it up on Google."
Is that it?
No, well, see, that's my conundrum. I think it's funny. And I don't know where this joke is going, but I would like to think that you could help me prepare for the next time there is a freak accident where a person dies, and then there is another freak accident where a person dies at the exact same time on the exact same day.
Did that really happen?
Venice, Florida, dude got run over by a plane on the beach. Venice, California.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude got struck by lightning at approximately 3 p.m. yesterday. How funny is that, America?
Well, it struck the water, and he was in the water, I heard. But, yeah, a lot of people got injured from that.
Well, if he didn't get struck directly by the lightning, it was
Right.
effective because he's now on ice. I know
All
it's
right,
different
Matt
time
Devlin,
zones.
everybody. We're going to move on. He attacked the newest premise. I'll give him that. It didn't really come around in the end, but
Well, the neighbor's saying, "Oh, the only thing worse than that is getting hit by a plane." It's like, well, you know, you die, both die, so they're both bad. Yeah, I believe that. I mean, it's crazy.
It's like Fox News.
It's craziness.
all right, everybody.
Sad, by the way.
We are in a ruckus. Who's still with us on Monday night, huh? This is the part of the show where you have two regulars. There's two girls that do a minute each week. They
Hell
write
yeah.
a brand new minute every single week, and we love watching them grow and sometimes take a step back. Sometimes things are crazy. Some weeks are easier and harder than others, but they're the only two people that pretty much anybody knows that writes a brand new minute each week and definitely tries it out and puts it out there. So put your hands together for your first regular going up tonight. You know her as the college dropout after her first spot here on Kill Tony. Put your hands together for Kimberly Congdon, everybody.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, I'm Kim. I did drop out of college. I do stand up. It takes a lot of my time, and I need you guys to connect with me for a minute. Have you guys ever taken a shower so quick that you only wash your fuckable parts? You get it, right? Brush your teeth, the front, the back, armpit if I'm feeling freaky. You know? Stand-up does take a lot of my time, and being a woman and doing stand-up is different because I think a lot about what I'm going to do when I want to have children one day, and I realized that I just need to find a man that's a stay-at-home father, you know? I need to find someone sensitive who listens, is good with children, is honest, loyal. I need to date a woman, I think, is what I need to do. I'm kind of selfish, so that when I leave, I know that I'll always be calling my husband. All right.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Very
Really listen to the rules.
Knew the cue, yeah. Very listen to the rules there.
Wow. Were you close to the end on that?
I was just going to say I'm selfish, so when I call back home, I always call my husband. I'm like, whatever you do, make sure you're taking really, really good care of my Emmys. Because you can always make another kid, but can't get two Emmys, right? I mean, you can.
You gotta
probably
be good.
will, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. That's funny stuff. What was the one thing that I really
The shower
liked?
thing is,
Yeah.
by the way, it's called a stripper shower. It's, butthole, dick,
yeah, but I feel like
armpits, or
fuckable
pussy.
parts described it all.
It's
You
called,
know
it's called a
exactly.
stripper shower if you've dated a stripper before.
Yeah.
You're the,
Yeah, I've
those
never
are the
heard
only
that
people
before.
that know
If
that.
you know what it's called.
If you haven't,
I think it's called being clean. clean when you don't have time.
Yeah. Well, you just don't want to smell like buttholes, cum, or poop.
What would you call a
There you
shower
go.
where you wash everything but the dick and ass?
The
shower.
lonely the
Baptism?
the lonely baptism. I love that. When you're so confident that nothing could possibly happen to you.
I'll get this job, but no one's sucking my dick.
I'm just gonna wash my forearms and my shins.
Forearms and shins. That's it.
The
You got
shower
a great
of
smelling
sadness.
forearms, but
Yeah.
that dick.
I like that bit. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, great job.
I like how
Another
you talk
brand
about yourself.
new.
Huh?
I like how you talk about yourself.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Flirting.
It's good to do it. Can't help it. It's cadence.
Another brand new minute from the great Kimberly
Thank
Congdon,
you, guys.
everybody. There she goes. She's on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon. And your final regular tonight, always goofy and fun. Put your hands together for the great Sarah Weinshane.
What's up? Hey. Hey. Erasers. I feel like erasers are to blame for making people mediocre and lazy. It's like, oh, you made a mistake, no problem. Just take a pink pearl to it. You can kind of get rid of it. Kind of. But it's never really fucking gone. You can always see sort of what was there. It's just a smudge. Or a hole if you really get into it. In 3rd grade, my math test would just be holes. And I would just be covered in eraser debris. It's like, why can't we just cross it out and start again? Right? What the fuck? What about erasable pens? Those were a huge mistake.
Okay,
All
I
right.
guess we're going with new sounds out of nowhere.
My bird sound didn't work right.
But it's not even supposed to be a bird.
cat.
It's supposed to be a cat.
What happened with the bird last week?
You guys got to listen to last week's episode.
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. That's like one of my favorite minutes I've ever
was
heard
great.
you do.
Yeah, you did
because,
That was great. That's a
Yeah.
great
Put your
bit.
hands
I
together
might
for
use
Sarah
that.
Weinshank. I mean, that was, what I love about that, for those of you that don't know, is that her voice, her comedian, it's so you to tackle erasers like that. Her
Right.
style is like
Yeah.
take a little something and like
A
make
little
it
bit.
into
Make it
a whole
really
thing.
funny.
A pink pearl. What were you gonna say about pens?
I'm glad that minute, talk about that later.
Right.
We'll talk about those pens another day.
I heard a good quote the other day. The internet is written in pen.
Ooh.
Ink?
You can't get rid of it, is what
Yeah.
that means. Or they don't know what the
So-
internet is.
Yeah.
And
Or,
the
yeah.
internet is
Or an
Either it's a very profound metaphor
we're
about you
fuck-
can't.
by the
Brent!
Go ahead.
Timing. Well, it's
I was
done
gonna
now.
say we're
Do your
fucking idiots
bullshit.
because we went pen and everybody was like ink. It's internet's written in ink. Oh yeah. Good
you,
job.
The pens with
He
ink
said, I
was
like that.
almost. It's almost like. I remember when that happened.
For a minute, right?
Right?
I feel like the pen with the eraser, it's kind of like cursive. Like you'll try it out in 3rd and 4th grade, but it's like you use a pen or you use a pencil.
Yeah.
I remember when it. At least I feel like I remember when it started. It may have been before my time, but I remember it seeming like mind-boggling at the time. Like, oh my God, they can
Yeah.
erase ink.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that.
It never did it 100% either.
Right.
We just
Never
accepted
did.
it because
And
it was
that's-
so amazing. It went from 100 to 20.
Yeah, and that's really what I
40.
think is the funniest thing about your bit, and somewhere to really, if you're going to make it longer, attack, is that you can still see the mistake. Like, I'm not exactly sure. It almost reminds me, like, and, whatever, this probably isn't the right example, but it erasers and that smudge that's left over is sort of like, to me, that new 9/11 World Trade Center tower
Oh
that
my
they built,
God.
because it's like, oh yeah, it's a new trade. I fixed the problem, but it's like
Funny.
still called the World Trade Center, and you can still sort of feel like there was a disaster there before that wasn't correct.
Totally.
Like I said, probably the wrong
Totally.
example,
Right.
but it's the first one that comes to
Also,
my
when,
evil dark
when you
mind.
use an eraser and you can still see what's left, it's admitting your mistake. It's like you're seeing the insecurity. If I erase something and it's still there, it's like, I know, but I got it now. As opposed to just
or
like,
erasing it and then writing the same thing again.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Just saying.
I was just thinking like cavemen. They just owned whatever they did because they had to.
Sure.
I'd say that's a part that you could throw in
I
there.
meant to put that in there.
Well, it's okay.
You will.
Start
All
now.
right. All right.
Sarah Weinshank,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
She's on
I'm
Twitter
nice.
at Princess Shank. We did it, guys. That's Kill Tony number
like that.
63. What do you guys
Hell
want to
yeah.
promote? Rick Glassman, powerful Rick Glassman and Brent Morin. You both buy your names on Twitter, Rick Glassman.
I want to promote what I think is the best thing at the moment, and that is my friend Brent Morin. You got to follow him at Twitter at Brent Morin.
Thanks,
And
man.
on Instagram.
Morin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to promote me.
Yeah.
Watch Undateable.
Rick Glassman. Watch Undateable on Hulu now because it's aired already.
Okay, but no, it's RickGlassman.
Right.
Rick Glassman.
Glassman.
Let's be real here.
Brent Morin.
Josh Martin, thank you so much for being the Patriot.
And I want to promote Josh Martin.
It was so much fun to have you guys on.
He's great. He killed a deer. He's got a 5-inch dick, and he's ready for you. Give him a shot. I'll bring the costume.
I think you just got him up to 5.5 after those compliments.
Hell yeah.
I love it when he looks down. He actually looks like he
To
did
see,
when the
oh
mask
shit,
was
am I
on.
hard?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, live audience. So much fun. Special shout out to some fun people in the crowd. Waterboxer made it. Jared Moroz. My brother, Donnie Hinchcliffe, is in the audience.
That's your
Everybody.
bro. Hell yeah.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you
Nice.
again soon. Thanks for listening.